Feel the power of your determination taking control of your breathing. Feel the power of your presence, your gift, right now in this moment. Now think about you doing your best today on all the exercises we do together in the gym of life. See, we are so powerful, we get to think, create, imagine in our minds, and make real in the world. And that goes with everything. The way we do our exercises to the best of our ability is the same way we can do anything to the best of our ability. Alright, good morning, determination. How's everyone today? Here we are again, another day in the gym of life. Again, circumstances may not be ideal. Perhaps this is not exactly where we want to be right now, but we're going to make the best of it. So let's do this together. Here we go. When I say go, we're going to start jogging on the spot. Or if you want, you can simply do your best walk on the spot. Okay, here we go together. And go. Always doing our best with whatever we got, whatever we've been given. The gym of life is everywhere, never ends. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever your situation is, if you're here right now watching this video, we are together, we are united, mind and body. Alright, let's feel that body warming up, our blood starting to flow. Keep going, almost there. And stop. Alright. Walking back and forth, side to side, within the space that you have, or simply walking on the spot if that's all the space you have. Again, feel the power of you regaining control of your breathing. Showing your body who's boss. Showing your mind who's boss. The way we take control of that breathing, same way we can take control of our lives. One breath at a time, one thought at a time. Alright everyone, let's do some shoulder rolls. Here we go. Shoulder rolls, 10 forward. And backwards. Once again, feel the pure joy of you, your presence, your being right here, right now. Feel the gratitude that you can show for being able to move your body. Alright, arm circles forward, 10 forward. And backwards. Okay, hands on our hips, bend our knees, and let's side stretch. 5 on each side. Keep those knees bent. Alright, and let's twist our bodies. 5 on each side again. Feet flat on the floor. just twisting our hips. Alright, let's do 5 push-ups. We're going. That's 5 push-ups. Here we go. If you gotta keep your knees down on the ground, you can do that. Okay, 5 sit-ups. Alright, let's do 5 squats. Here we go. Best 5 squats ever. All the way down, all the way up. Good. All right, let's do lunges. 3 on each side. Arms out. Okay, let's do 10-second planks. Belly's knees off the ground. Alright, good everyone, excellent. And stand up. And let's reach for the ceiling or the sky, wherever we are. Here we go. On your toes. Hold it for 10 seconds. Feel the power of you reaching. Doing your best, no matter what. Alright. And let's reach for our toes, straight knees. Again, it's okay if you don't touch your toes, just reach. Safely, without hurting yourself. You should just feel a pull. You shouldn't feel pain. Okay, come on back up. And let's work on our balance. Grab one leg. Find that balance. Bend the other knee if you have to. And pull back your heel towards your bottom. Pull that thigh back. Hold it for 10 seconds. Feel the power of you finding your balance right now. And switch. The other one. Feel the power of all of us together in this moment, united, doing our best together on these stretches and exercises. Alright, and switch. This time hug your knee, the other side. Hard to find that balance. Think about what you're doing. Hold it there for 10 seconds. Okay, and switch the other one. Again, bend the other knee as you pull one up and hug the one knee. Okay, good. All right, and let's sit down.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh!
Balón, como ha corrido ahora para Alves. Alves centra, el remate de Messi, gol, 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 gol.
Messi's waiting. Oh, easy. And then going for the kill is Bojan, the third before half time to Messi. Oh.
Good morning, guys. Today, Will Smith shares with us the idea of allowing fear to motivate us. So he says, let fear motivate you. And this came from his experience growing up and having opportunities. He recalls an example when he was about to begin his show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and there were a couple of gentlemen that would want to meet with him. And Will Smith hated the fact that for whatever reason, he would either come up with excuses or he would be coming up with things that would prevent him from meeting with the two gentlemen and going after what he really wanted to do because of fear. And it got to the point where Will Smith just got sick and tired of letting fear stop him. So he says that in his early life, he developed a strategy for attacking fear. And that's what we have to do. So what fear can you attack today? Have a great morning, everyone.
Cash flow to a business owner is much like oxygen. It's not only necessary to keep the business alive, but it also keeps your muscles filled with the energy they need. It keeps your brain operating. It keeps your heart pumping. Business owners love to be in that position of total control. They want access to capital. They're not hitting the panic button. They're hitting the planning button.
In regards to business financing, and lots of questions that surround that from business owners, let's start with equipment, because that's one thing that definitely comes up a lot.
Okay.
And a question surrounding equipment would be, how do you finance equipment for your business?
How do you finance equipment for your business? Well, there's three primary ways that business owners go about doing that. So one primary way is paying cash, and business owners understand that maybe through their accountant's language around creating a sinking fund, where you save money on the books of someone else's bank. So wherever your commercial, your professional bank account is for your business, you save up the money, then you withdraw it when you have enough to go buy the equipment. You've got the equipment, someone else has got all your money, and you've got to immediately begin saving again or creating that next sinking fund so you can go buy that next piece of equipment. The second method is leasing. And for business owners, that's something that's been shared with them that's really advantageous from a tax planning standpoint as well. But from a financing standpoint, the person who bought the equipment that you're leasing is laughing all the way to the bank, literally. And then the third method is financing, where you apply for a loan, you go through a lengthy nosy credit application. You may have to even provide a personal guarantee or a letter of credit or a combination of both. But all of those three financing methods involve a permanent transfer of money away from the business owner. Whereas business owners that we work with who understand and who implement the infinite banking concept, they're financing their equipment, they're controlling how they're financing that equipment, they're recapturing the interest, the money that they would have otherwise paid to someone else's system. They still get the equipment and they've got all the capital growing in the business. It just puts them at an advantage that their peer group can't even compete with. And so our business owner clients who embrace this concept, they recognize the advantage of being in a position of total and absolute control and keeping that money exactly where it belongs in the business.
So based on those three ways they can finance, would you say, is it hard to get equipment financing?
Would I say that it's hard to get equipment financing? I think in many cases it is. Even when a business is operating in profit and has good free cash flow, there's still a process where you have to jump through hoops to qualify for the financing. The arrangements of the financing are someone else's arrangements, not the business owner. So the business owner is not in a position of total control. Business owners love to be in that position of total control. They want access to capital. They need the access when the inspiration strikes, when the opportunity strikes, when the business plan calls for it. And they don't want to wait for someone else's bank to be ready to provide them with that capital when they need it the most. And so when these business owners embrace the infinite banking concept, they're stripping away all the irritation, the tension, the friction, the frustration commonly associated with financing. They're putting themselves in a position of total control, and it just creates a real peaceful, stress-free way of operating their company.
Okay, so is a purchase of equipment considered an expense?
Is a purchase of equipment considered an expense? The answer is yes. When you buy a piece of equipment to generate revenue or to produce taxable income inside of your corporation, then that equipment is an expense to the business. Now, the key is, if you look at it from this vantage point, think like a business owner. When you look at the balance sheet of your company and you look inside of the liability column, if you borrowed the money to buy that piece of equipment, that loan is going to show up as a liability on your business's balance sheet. Whereas if you sat down with the lender who financed the equipment for you and you looked at their balance sheet, that lending activity is going to show up as an asset, not a liability. So when the business owners that we work with embrace the infinite banking concept, they not only have the equipment that they have purchased to produce more revenue, but they now have also taken control of the financing of that equipment. So they become the banker as it relates to the business's needs. And a banker understands that loans are an invested asset. They're not a liability. And so this is a just a paradigm shift in thinking for the business owner, where once they catch it and they understand it, they can't get enough of it.
Okay, so staying on the vein of loans, can a loan be used to buy equipment?
Can a loan be used to buy equipment? Absolutely. That happens day in, day out. It's happening as you're watching this video. Business owners are borrowing money to purchase equipment for their companies. The key here is who is in a position of control as it relates to that borrowing. You go to someone else's bank, you go through a lengthy nosy credit application, you have to provide personal guarantees. You're essentially agreeing to someone else's repayment schedule, someone else's loan terms. If you default for any reason, you not only ruin the credit, but you also lose the equipment. And so rather than put yourself in that position, put yourself in a position where you're controlling how you're financing the equipment by implementing the infinite banking concept. And you're also recapturing the interest, the money that you would have otherwise paid to someone else's bank. What better position to be in than a position of total control?
Okay, so my next question would be a two-part question then.
Yeah.
So is it better to lease or to finance equipment?
Is it better to lease or is it better to finance equipment? I would say that neither one is the best option if you're not in a position of total control. Here's what I mean. When you lease something, you're essentially making a payment for something that you'll never own. And every payment that you're making is passive income to someone else. And you never own that item that you're leasing. So either leasing is a great idea, or the person who purchased what you're leasing is laughing all the way to the bank and they know something that you don't. And when you finance something, that also involves making a monthly payment onto the books of someone else's system. You can't reuse the money. You can't earn interest on it again. It's gone. But everybody positions this with the business owner as a tax advantage. But we're thinking in terms of capital, not tax. The business owner would much rather have control of the capital, still mitigate their tax, but maintain control of the capital. We don't want money being transferred away from the company where it can't be used again. We want the business owner to be in a position of control. So when you finance the equipment, but you do that through the device of the infinite banking concept, you're never losing control of capital. You always have ready access to it. When a business owner hears that, they grasp it conceptually very quickly because they've all experienced the frustration and the tension of having to go the other route. Yes, you can lease things. Yes, you can finance things. Both methods involve a permanent transfer of money away from you. How would you feel knowing that you don't have to finance things that way and you can keep the money exactly where it belongs in your business? Our clients who are business owners tell us that that makes them feel pretty damn good.
Down. Let's do our V-shaped stretch by reaching for the floor as far away from your body as you can. Hold it for 10. And reach for one side. Hold it there. And switch the other side. Okay, feet together and gently push knees down to your elbows. Hold it there. Again, enjoy fully the process of what we're doing. Working on our bodies and working on our minds. In every stretch, every movement, every thought. Okay, one leg forward, one leg back. Keep the knee on the ground, go as far back as you can. And switch, other side. As far back as you can, hold that knee down. Always reach. Going for a little bit more than you did last time. Alright, okay, and legs crossed. Actually, before we do that, let's roll onto our bellies. And let's push the floor and look up at the sky or ceiling. Hold it for 10. Here we go. Alright, and now legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed. Focused on our breathing. Tapping into that power. That power to see first in your mind what you want to bring out into the world. That's our determination, our greatest power ever. Always available to us. So right now I'm going to see myself doing the best I can to hold the plank position for one song, and then the best I can to hold my side plank positions for the rest of the other song. 2 songs today for me. What about you? What are you going to see in your mind? What exercise are you going to visualize right now? You visualize yourself doing your best dance, your best jog, your best squats, your best sit-ups, your best jumping jacks, whatever it is. See in your mind right now before you bring it out into the world. Okay, here I go, plank position, holding it as long as I can. Here we go. What about you? What are you working on right now? Whatever you're doing, do it to the best of your ability and feel the joy. Feel the power of you loving what you're doing right now. That's why I love the gym of life. It goes wherever we go. Whether we're at school, whether we're at work, at home, we have that power. We have that power to control our minds, to do our best on whatever it is we're doing. Whether it's a plank, whether it's sitting down, your legs crossed, your back straight, meditating, whether it's reading a book, whether it's being your best, kind to your friends, your family, do it with everything you got, with every part of your being. You were born to do that. No matter what's going on around you, you control what goes on inside your mind, and therefore what goes on in your body. Always remember your breathing. Always breathe. I love the joy of feeling that moment when it comes, when my body wants to quit, when the discomfort is getting to be too much. And then I stand in that space, and I get to determine it. I get to choose. I get to make the winning choice. That's determination. To keep going as much as I can, a little bit more than last time. I feel my muscles achy, trembling. But I get to choose. No, I get to determine. I get to make the winning choice of not giving up, no matter what. And if I do choose and lose, I give up, I get to come back again and again, every single time. It's the same power you have. Yeah. No matter. Alrighty. Proud of my effort.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, be all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along.
Bojan plays it back, and oh, what a goal! How easy was that? Here's Dani Alves. Players swarm into the area. Balls to Lionel Messi. Navidad. Perfect pass through the eye of the needle to Lionel Messi, who walks it in. He's on his way to the next century of goals.
Good afternoon, guys. I remember hearing a while ago that on the other side of fear is freedom. And this is so true. I have seen and felt this in my life, and I continue to experience this every single day. Even when I look at this, getting in front of the camera and sharing.
So it sounds to me like you're saying the only way to make the laughing stop is to have actual control over the situation.
Well, look at it from this perspective. You've got four characters in the financial play. You've got the depositor, the borrower, the banker, and the bank owner. The business owner is not one of the four characters in the financial play. The business owner is the borrower and the depositor, but the business owner is not the banker or the bank owner. And the character who's making the most money, understandably so, is the bank owner. So you as a business owner, you're making a pretty decent living in whatever your business is. But believe me, the banker and the bank owner are doing really, really good because you're making the wheels of their business turn, because all your money is flowing through the books of their system, not yours, regardless of what business you're in. So when you put yourself in a position to become the borrower, the depositor, the banker, and the bank owner, and in addition to that, you still own your business, You create a real peaceful, stress-free way of life financially, and you keep the capital where it belongs, in your business. And you become the character making the most money. Understandably so. Isn't that good?
That is good.
Like, is there anything stupid about doing that?
No.
Business owners got into business. They built a company because they want freedom. They didn't sign on to become a business owner so they could experience the frustration and the headaches of having to deal with some fat cat banker who needs to scrutinize every decision that they make as it relates to expanding and growing their company. That has nothing to do with creating more freedom. They want
Yeah.
control.
That sounds like zero control to me.
Right. And so put yourself in the shoes of a business owner who's in a position of total control. And I'll show you a business owner who's saying, man, what a peaceful, stress-free way of life it is to handle these financial matters as it relates to my company.
What would you say is the best type of loan to use for business equipment?
What would I say is the best type of loan to use for business equipment? A policy loan from a life insurance company, ideally a reputable mutual life insurance company. Now, the only way to gain access to loans from a life insurance company is you have to be a participating, dividend-paying whole life insurance policy owner. Your corporation can be a policy owner. The moment that your corporation does that, that policy begins to accumulate cash value immediately. The company can then borrow against that ever increasing cash value without ever interrupting its growth on its own terms, meaning the corporation controls the repayment schedule. So the best type of loan, one from a life insurance company, because it puts you in a position of control over the repayment schedule, and you don't interrupt any of the daily growth of your own cash value. That is by far the best loan to utilize to purchase business equipment, hands down.
Okay. You've probably, over the years, have heard of these two words, credit score. So what credit score would you say is needed to get equipment financing?
What credit score would I say is needed in order to get equipment financing? Well, when you're dealing with a conventional bank, they're going to look at what's called your FICO score to gauge whether or not you're worthy of credit. And typically, a business owner who has a credit score in excess of 650 plus, I would say would be a range where a lender would look at that and say, okay, that's a pretty healthy credit risk. You can flip the script entirely. If you implement the infinite banking concept, which I'm speaking about a process that's outlined in this 92-page book titled Becoming Your Own Banker. This is my original copy. It's 16 years aged, as you can tell. But this book changed my life completely. So you can flip the script entirely. When you implement the infinite banking concept, your FICO score, your credit score doesn't matter because you have ready access to capital on demand on your terms. And the loans that you access from the life insurance company are not reported to TransUnion. They're not reported to Equifax. And there's no score required to get access to the capital. So that, to me, is far better than trying to worry about gauging what a credit score is so that I can not only borrow from someone else's bank, but transfer all my money permanently away to that other person's bank. I don't want to be in that position. I want to be in a position of total and absolute control, and the infinite banking concept keeps me there.
So if you're utilizing the tool and the right tool, your credit score won't matter.
Yeah, and the right tool is dividend-paying whole life insurance, ideally with a reputable mutual company.
Now, what about credit cards? Would you say that there are cons to utilizing credit cards to fund a business?
Oh, that's a really good question. Would I say that there are cons to utilizing credit cards to finance a business? Yes. One, first and foremost, is the human condition. So when you find yourself in a position where your expenses are rising to equal income, even in the situation where you're a business owner, and you begin to tap into credit because you need it, because there's not enough free cash flow to finance the things that your business needs, that can be a pretty slippery slope if you don't have the necessary discipline to manage that financial activity effectively. And not to mention, most credit cards are charging double-digit interest rates. There's a far better way than credit cards. And that better way is the infinite banking concept, hands down. And the best way to develop an understanding of what the infinite banking concept is, first and foremost, is to get your hands on a copy of this book titled Becoming Your Own Banker. It's sold 550,000+ copies for a reason. The concept works. And so credit cards are a tool. You can accumulate points. You can, take advantage of a 30+ day float where you don't have to utilize your own capital to take care of whatever that investment or purchase is. But boy, that can become a pretty slippery slope if you don't have the discipline to manage it effectively.
Okay, so we've talked a bit about business equipment, which is one side of a business, especially if they're, equipment heavy.
Yeah.
But let's shift to business funding. So just,
Okay.
Funding for a business in general.
Okay.
So there might be some similarity in these questions, but now we're talking about, more so capital.
Okay.
So how can I get money to expand my business?
How can you get money to expand your business? Well, there are a number of resources that you can tap into. So you can tap into the conventional banking system. So you can meet with a banker, describe the existing state of your business, where your business is headed. Banks love to lend capital to expanding companies. You can work with economic development corporations or SBA type organizations where their mandate is to help small businesses expand, and they have ready access capital on favorable terms. But you need to have a business that's obviously razor sharp operationally, in profit, generating some free cash flow, or you might be on a path to that profitability or free cash flow. Recognizing that regardless of what the options are, there's a process. There's a process of applying, going through underwriting, and qualifying to get access to someone else's pile of money. A third method, an alternative method that is gaining increasing popularity, understandably so, is the infinite banking concept. This is a concept that was developed by my late mentor, the late R. Nelson Nash, who wrote the number one best-selling book titled Becoming Your Own Banker. And the infinite banking concept, the essence of it is to control how you finance all the things that you need, including expanding your business, and being able to do that from a position of control. And as a business owner myself, having a family group of companies, we have 13 businesses in our family group of businesses, we need access to capital. And whenever we've had to deal with a conventional bank or an economic development corporation, small business loan administrator, that process was a lot more tense and a lot more friction-based than the infinite banking concept, which is a very peaceful, stress-free way of expanding our companies. So if I had to choose one or the other, it would definitely be the infinite banking concept, hands down.
There. Next song, we're going to hold the side plank position for one side and then side planks for the other side. Show you in a moment. How about you? You proud of your effort so far? Keep going, everybody. Keep going. Keep moving. Moving is winning. Doing our best is winning. Wherever we are, whatever we're doing. That's the gym of life. Here we go. You can feel free to do what I'm doing, or again, if you want to decide to do something else, something that you want to improve on from last time, an exercise, whatever it is, keep doing it, keep going, do your best, try to do a little bit better than last time. That's your determination. You get to use it wherever you go, wherever you are. get to determine, you get to win. Make the winning, accurate, kind, peaceful, loving, positive choice to keep going. To keep finding out how unlimited you really are. I'm just trying to hold my my body in a plank position with my one elbow down, other arm on the side of my body, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm lifted off the ground. Do the other side too. That'll be my exercise for today. How about you? Keep going, whatever you're doing. You're dancing, you're doing jumping jacks, doing push-ups, sit-ups, squats, whatever it is, keep going. Alright, other side now. Try to hold it for the duration of the song. If not, I'm gonna keep going. Even if I fall down, alright, stop. Get right back up and keep going. Always do my best, always seeking and striving for my best, for our best. The more I do my best, the more I believe others around want to do their best. And that goes for you. That's how powerful we are. You doing your best right now, wherever you are, whatever exercise you're doing, that's the same process that other people can be inspired by. Really simple. Just live. Be your best. Be your true being. Don't let negativity, don't let fear, don't let the pain, the discomfort stop you forever. Keep going. Find out your pure joy, your happiness. All through your body and your mind, together as one. Song's not over. Gotta get back up, gotta keep going. Let's do the other side. You too, keep going until the music stops. Don't stop, keep going. Alright, excellent job.
If you feel like a room without a roof, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Yo, DJ Rafi, you ready? I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Let's go!
We shake it off. Now turn around. We don't let no bad vibes get in our way. Put your hands up in the air. When we dance, we don't care. Wave left, now right. Then turn around and one more time.
Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side.
Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Some days you'll feel like you're on top, but some days go down like a big old flop. But I know what to do when I'm feeling blue. I just gotta feel the groove. Don't care what others say. No one's gonna ruin my day. Put a smile on, don't be shy. Begin to dance, it's worth a try.
Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side.
Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. We shake it off. Now turn around. We don't let no bad vibes get in our way. Put your hands up in the air. When we dance, we don't care. Wave left, now right. Then turn around and one more time.
Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side.
Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side.
Shake it off,
Turn around.
put your hands up, wave left to right. Turn it around. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off.
Now turn around. We don't let no bad vibes get in our way.
Que se hace con el balón en el auxiliar, no ha levantado el banderín, pelota atrás, Messi, gol! In the absence of Puyol, Xavi with the corner, and fed in quite brilliantly. This is good, Xavi. Alves has made a great run, Dani Alves, brilliant!
So there's definitely better ways to increase a company's capital or access to capital than commercial banks.
Oh, 100%. There's private investment, right? You can seek investment where people are going to put up capital in exchange for an ownership interest in your business, and that may be a voting interest or a non-voting interest. And that works for a lot of people. Just look no further than how Jeff Bezos initially built Amazon. He literally scraped together in small bite-sized increments of capital these small investments from close family, close friends, colleagues that he knew from his business experience. And those people went on to become remarkably wealthy. And so private investment can be a good thing, especially if you're betting on the right jockey versus just looking at the horse.
Okay. I would say that two words that most people are interested in: cash flow.
Yes. That's where all happiness begins. Cash flow. If you're in business. I mean, if you're in business.
So, from a business perspective,
Yeah.
how much cash flow is good for a business?
Wow. How much cash flow is good for a business? If you were to look at it just through the lens of most people, when they evaluate a company, they look at a company from a lens of revenue minus expenses equals you're either in a positive or a negative net income situation. You can have a positive net income business that has very little, if any, cash flow. So cash flow to a business owner is much like oxygen. It's not only necessary to keep the business alive, but it also keeps your muscles filled with the energy they need. It keeps your brain operating. It keeps your heart pumping. And so cash flow means everything to a company. And most entrepreneurs, when they get going in their business journey, nobody explains that to them. They burn through cash, especially if they have investors' money. They look at it as, a run rate, a burn rate. There's all kinds of terms for wasting other people's money. You've got to put yourself in a position as a business owner where you develop the right financial disciplines from day one. That's not easy to do. So you've got to work with somebody who knows how to do that. And thank goodness we know how to do that really well.
So, what would you say are some ways that businesses can maintain cash flow?
What are some ways that businesses can maintain cash flow? One of which is to prioritize accumulating a surplus. So in businesses that we coach, the entrepreneurs that we work with, we lead them to developing what's called a capital surplus reserve. So from every dollar of gross revenue that they generate through their business activity, they automatically assign a percentage of that gross dollar. It's not a remarkable amount. It could be just a couple of percentage points. And you take that capital, you set it aside as a surplus reserve so that when you need to create a smoothing effect in cash flow for the business, especially if your business experiences variability or seasonality, you've got ready access capital to smooth out the cash flow of the business. And you're not experiencing those tense moments where it's like, oh my goodness, where's the money going to come from to cover insert whatever expense here? So developing a capital surplus reserve and maintaining it are two completely different things. We coach the entrepreneur on both, how to develop it responsibly and how to maintain it with discipline.
Okay, so that capital surplus reserve is one way to manage the cash flow in a business.
100%, because it's not just about developing it and maintaining it. It's where does that capital reside? Money must reside somewhere. And where we have our entrepreneurs put the money is into dividend paying whole life. These insurance contracts that accumulate guaranteed daily cash value growth. It bolsters the balance sheet of the business, gives the business owner ready access capital on demand, on their terms. You can contribute almost unlimited sums, and you're attracting no tax on the buildup, and you are exempt from the passive investment income tax rules. All of these things are music to the ears of the entrepreneurs that we work with. And so it's not just a function of building it and maintaining it. It's understanding that it has to reside somewhere, and there's no better place to have it reside than here.
Okay, so if we're talking about your capital or your money must reside somewhere,
yeah,
then how much of that should reside and be left in the business?
Also a really good question. So if you understand that your capital must reside somewhere, how much of it should reside within the business? What entrepreneurs that we work with embrace wholeheartedly is having accumulated a minimum of 1 quarter, 90 days worth of what we call OPEX, operating expenses. And that should be readily accessible on demand and in short order when the business needs it. So look no further than any instance where a business owner's day-to-day is interrupted by something outside of their control, whether it's a weather event, whether it's an economic event, whether it's a tariff event. something that puts the business owner in a position where they're no longer in control. If they have a surplus reserve equal to at least 3 months of their operating expenses, they're not hitting the panic button, they're hitting the planning button. Both buttons send the entrepreneur in two completely different directions. So that's what we coach our entrepreneur clients to build.
Excellent. So that's, yeah, preparation is definitely good, because if you're not planning, then you're just planning to fail.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a really good point. And the truth is that when a business owner gets going, they're so excited, understandably so, about their business idea, their method, their product, their service, combination of all the above. And they get really, really focused on growth. We need to grow. We need to expand. We need to scale the company. And nobody's whispering in their ear loud enough to say, make sure that you've got a surplus reserve of capital in the event of whatever it is. So when the sky starts falling with the entrepreneurs that we coach, they're not reaching for their hard hat. They're reaching for their capital surplus reserve. And thank goodness they've got it, because keeps stress at bay.
And let's bring it back. Let's connect our breathing to our body, to our mind, to our energy. To our energy of determination. That's right. We determine. We don't choose and lose. Give up, believe lies, give in to fear. We don't do that. We don't give in to anxiety, stress, things that are not the truth of who we are. The way you did your best today, whatever exercises, stretches you chose to do, same process you get to use here, now, wherever you go. In the gym of life, you get to grow your mind. You get to grow your mind health and your mind wealth. It's all possible if you determine, make the winning choice to be kind, to be peaceful, caring, loving, appreciative, grateful for everything you have here